When it comes to absolute power, this is not Doom's first rodeo. He got the power of the Beyonder and Galactus in the first Secret Wars. He got the power of the Molecule Man, who also had the power of the Beyonders in the second Secret War. Him getting the mantle of Sorcerer Supreme, he's probably the weakest he's ever been when it comes to assuming absolute power. So why does this feel different? My name is Dorian, this is SCM Comics. We are starting our coverage of One World Under Doom. But number 1. Our story starts off with a press release from the Latvian press office. That's not the interesting thing on this page. What caught my eye was these news alerts on the cell phone. The one from 12 minutes ago that says, despite a record high number of citizens facing starvation, international aid has again been blocked by, wonder who. And then from 3 minutes ago, you have, after months of intense bombardment, the accumulated death toll exceeds 10,000 today in the disputed region of, I wonder where. Then we cut to a scene where we have a field that has a Latvian flag, which is Doom's flag. And he's pretty much, in a nutshell, saying that governments are corrupt, which is true. And governments can't truly protect you or save you. But one man can. He goes on and says that this man will have to be above being bribed, above being corrupted, one who does not care about the petty comforts that confound other men. Doom is above money. Doom is above desire. Doom is above all. I mean, you really gotta love yourself to talk in the third person. But then on the next page, he says, Doom will save you. He goes on to say that early this morning, the leaders of every nation on Earth, kings, queens, warlords, and presidents, each willingly swore fealty to Doom. So in a nutshell, this motherfucker's like,
hey, this is my house. I built this and this is my house.
And in saying that, there will be some changes. Like war between nations. It's outlawed. You guys can't fight amongst each other anymore. Why? Because I'm in charge. Like, what are you fighting about? You know, you got an issue, you come to me. You don't go to each other. Me. I'm the parent. He also goes on to say that when it comes to healthcare and education, 2 things that he really cares about, everything will be equal. It does not matter what you make. Poor, rich, everybody gets treated the same in these categories. Why does it take a supervillain to make the world a better place? Because that's all we really want in the end. I mean, some people want. I mean, the capitalists don't want it, but, you know, the rest of us do. And he also says that, other than that, the world, that you know it, won't change. The governments will still govern you. And I will govern the governments. Like it should be. But as I am talking to you at this moment, there are conspirators who don't like what I'm saying. As we see a general loading up his handgun. And I don't know where Doom just breaks through the wall. I say Doom, it could be a Doombot. It's probably a Doombot. And the general, even though he's surprised, just starts blasting away. Because trained. And then Doom, at this moment, says Doom is mercy. But mercy has its limits. As Doom takes this dude out. He ends the broadcast by saying Doom is wisdom. Doom is power. Doom is prosperity. And only Doom can save you. Now in this transmission. Again, the man talks in third person. You should not mess with that man. So 30 minutes later in the Baxter building, all you hear is, well, people, I am open to suggestions. It's Captain Marvel talking. So Iron Man's like, this can't be real. There's no way. Captain America is like, that new flag flying above the White House says otherwise. So Spider-Man is convinced that Doom is either mind controlling the world leaders or he replaced them with Doombots. One or the other. So Doctor Strange says something, and I'd have been like, dude, if you don't shut your ass up, it is your fault we're in this mess in the first place. Like, oh, there was the only way to save the world. Bull crap. There's probably plenty other ways to save the world. Not the only option is give Doom the mantle of Sorcerer Supreme, and you thought he was going to give it back? So Carol chimes in and says that Black Widow has been tracking Hydra ever since this whole thing arose. You gotta keep an eye on all the players out there. So pretty much Black Widow captures Baron Zemo, telling all of his troops that we need Doom ruling us like we need a hole in the head. Like, that ain't happening, and we're gonna march on Latveria, not now, but right now. And then as they go, her communication got cut. So then Iron Man goes, how's that expression go? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. And Captain America was on it quick. He was like, not now, not ever, not Hydra. And Tony's like, look, I was just bull, Cap. It's just a joke. So before the communication got cut, I guess Hydra was able to get into Latveria. Like, they was able to get through the barrier. So the heroes are like, maybe we could do the same. Now, as I was reading, as soon as I read this part right here, I was like, that don't sound fishy. So they decide that they're going to go to Latveria and they're going to deal with Zemo and deal with Doom. But then Wanda's like, we can't travel by magic because Doom got too many shields up. But then Sue's like, yeah, no worry, I got that part covered. As she reveals she's made an invisible 747. So they get to Latveria and the Thing decides that he's going to try to walk through the shield. And it doesn't work. And then Black Widow pops out and is like, yeah, I tried. Kept me out. Not Hydra. Again, that doesn't sound fishy. So then all of a sudden there is a broadcast of Baron Zemo pretty much saying that him and Doom have come to an accord. And that what he said, it's water on the bridge. We're all good. It's all about Doom now. And we're going to help Doom by building hospitals and schools. Does that sound like Baron Zemo to you? So now the heroes are starting to get pissed, especially Thor. Which all I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, you are the Allfather. You are Odin. Is Odin scared of the Sorcerer Supreme? Hell no. So why is this dude? But to be on the point, we need a story. So that's why. So the heroes decide that they're going to divide and conquer. Half of them are just going to go after Hydra, while the other half stays right there in Latveria and figure out a way to get through that barrier. So riding up on Baron Zemo and Hydra, you got Iron Man, Spider-Man, Black Widow, Doctor Strange, see, he kept his ass home since it's his fault, Reed Richards, both Captain America, Storm, and Miss Marvel. Heavy hitters. So our heroes waste no time whooping up on Hydra. Doom might be the Sorcerer Supreme, but Hydra, still Hydra. And I guess Baron Zemo is hiding behind a magically reinforced door that Captain Marvel brings up. And Iron Man's like, Black Widow told me one time that your door can be reinforced, but it's only as strong as the walls around it. As he sends out this super flare and breaks the whole room down. And then Black Widow goes, "Oh, Tony, you were listening." So Captain America jumps all over Zemo and knocks his head right off. And we see he's a Doombot. So Captain America hands the head to Reed Richards, and Reed Richards like, I never wanted Doom to figure out that I actually know how to tap into the databases of the Doombots. So when he does, we see that Doom ain't playing no games, as he takes Baron Zemo's head clean off. So then Johnny asked a question that jumped into my head as soon as I saw this. Did he do that to all the other world leaders too? Like, is world leaders running around here being Doombots? Like, I just got so many questions right now. I mean, he probably didn't have to do it to them. Some of them, most of them was like, dog, just don't kill me. I'll do whatever you say. But some of them was gonna be like, we're like DX. We got 2 words for you. And then Doom kills him. So Iron Man's like, look, we need to tell the world about this. And Carol's like, ain't nobody gonna cry no rivers for no dead Nazis. And Iron Man's like, that's not the point. This is just proof that Doom lied. So let's tell the world. So he hops on the same broadcast that Doom was on. And he was like, hey, guess what this is? This is the head of Baron Zemo. Or at least this is the head of a Doombot of Baron Zemo. Because Baron Zemo's dead. And Doom did it. So he lied to you. So once the rest of Hydra finds out about this, they start taking no prisoners. They start killing and destroying everything they see, because Baron Zemo might be a Nazi asshole, but he was a Nazi asshole that kept them in control. So all of a sudden, this dude's just drawn down on this woman and her kid and saying like, somebody got to pay a price. Well, all of a sudden, this dude grabs his chest because he got shot with something. And all you hear was, that was a mistake. And Doom is on a T-Rex that looks like Doom. Like, I'm not going to lie. I was about to do the whole Samuel Jackson and Jamie Foxx and Django, but I don't want to get demonetized. So Squirrel Girl's looking at her phone like, T-Rex, huh? Dress up like Doom. When the hell did that happen? And the thing is like, yeah, it's a long story. I knew I should have been reading Fantastic Four. Like, holy but Jesus. A T-Rex? Like, is that Double Dinosaur? That better not be Double Dinosaur. So the T-Rex is magically infused because he ain't spitting fire. Even though T-Rex don't spit fire, he's not a dragon. But anyway, he's spitting magic. That's spewing magic. And Doom wasn't cooking dope at the house. No, because that dude is slinging magic all over the place. So then Doom, while he's taking out these Hydra agents, is broadcasting to the world again. And it's like, yeah, I did it. I took out Baron Zemo. Because I'm like, why should I have to deal with this Nazi talking crazy to me when I can just replace him? And I had all Hydra for once doing something good. They were building hospitals and schools. And now all that's come to an end. Why? Because the heroes thought it was okay to let everybody know that I took out a Nazi. Who's in the right here? And then who's taking on Hydra? Me. Not the heroes. Me. And that's when the heroes finally figured out, which they should have in the first place, that Doom let them in. He let in Hydra because he knew what he was going to do. He was going to take out Baron Zemo. He was going to replace him with a Doombot. And he knew that the heroes would eventually find out that Baron Zemo was a Doombot. And he knew that they were broadcasted to the world. So now, as he takes out Hydra, he looks like the hero. As he reaches out his hand to the girl that was about to get murked, and she's holding her baby, and she's saying, and only Doom can save us. Now, typically, this is why we're in the video, but I just wanted to let the true fans know, because if you watch this long, you are a true fan of the channel, that we're not going to cover all of the tie-ins. That's impossible. We cover too much stuff on the channel for us to also cover all this stuff too. I know I did it for Absolute Power. I'm not doing that again. I would like to, but it's just too much on my plate. So if it's a book that we're already covering, then yes, we will cover that. But we're only going to cover mainly the mainline story of One World Under Doom. You know, obviously we're covering Storm, so when they get to Storm, we'll cover that. Obviously we're covering NYX, so when they get to NYX, we're going to cover that. And any kind of, like, if they do West Coast Avengers, we'll cover that too. And Iron Man, we'll cover that too, because those are books we're already covering. But if it's like Spider-Man, no, we're not doing that. I'm sorry. I would like to, but we can't. Just too much on the plate. So mainline stories of Doom and stuff we're already covering. Now, as Deion Sanders would say,
give me my theme music.